Hello, hello, hello. Hi there, everyone. How are you? This is Tarot Ebony. I am coming to you live and direct here on Facebook, and I just want to welcome you to the Positivity Challenge Week. Yes, we are in the Positively Challenge week. I talked about it last week, and here we are getting started today. I am so excited. I hope you guys had a great weekend. For the most part, the weather was pretty good. We had a couple little thunder showers here in New York, but overall it fared very well. How are you guys doing? Talk to me. We are going to wait just a couple of minutes just to give people some time to settle in and come in live with us before we get started on our topic of the key ingredients to being intentional. The key ingredients to being intentional. So I'm going to just wait a couple more minutes and just let people get settled in a little bit while I adjust my screen just a tad. Again, this is Tarot Ebony. I am your empowerment speaker, your life and business strategist, the author of Losing Love, Having Faith, and Finding Hope. Hey there, how are you? Thanks for joining. Thanks for hearting it up. Please share out this Facebook Live. We are talking today about the key ingredients of being intentional. We talk all the time. Hey baby, how you doing? We talk all the time about set your intentions, especially at the beginning of the week. Set your intentions, set your intentions. So today I just wanted to tell people how to go about doing that. Okay, it is so easy for us, especially us life coaches, for us to tell people what to do, but we don't necessarily give them the key ingredients on the how to do it, right? So this is usually information that we get paid big bucks to to tell you guys the how, but I am sharing it with you today. How great is that? I am sharing it with you today, the how to in terms of being intentional. So we are going to jump right on in, and our first our first ingredients on how to be intentional is, first of all, what are your goals? What is it that you're being intentional about? What are your goals? Set them and write them down. Again, this can be in relation to any part of your life, especially you entrepreneurs out there. What are your goals? What is it that you're trying to achieve? For those of you who are my clients or know of me, I'm constantly asking you about your life plan. So what is it that you want to achieve throughout your life, not just right here, right now? Because that's the first thing that you need to do in order to be intentional. You have to know what the blueprint is. Write it down, right, BB? It's so important. You have to. And I always tell people, instead of just leaving it up here, writing it down actually makes it a little bit more formal, and it's another way of holding you accountable to yourself. It's a way of holding you accountable to yourself. When you write stuff down and then you can go back and you can look at it, you can then see, did I achieve this? Did I not? Do I need to go back and tweak some things? What do I need to do? Okay, so that is the first thing. Set your goals and then write them down. The next thing is, what is the purpose for those goals? You guys know me. I'm all about purpose. What is the purpose in those goals? If the goals don't make sense, if it doesn't have a purpose, then why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? And that purpose has to lead you to the next level in your life that you want to get to. If that purpose is not leading you there, then you don't need to be doing that. And that's the way for you to kind of take an assessment of the things that you want to accomplish in life. Figure out what is the purpose. Why are you doing what it is that you say you would like to do? A lot of times we'll go back and we'll look and review our list and realize, you know something, we really didn't need to do that. Or it's not really it's not really something that we want to do. It was kind of more like a hobby or something like that, but we can kind of let it pass because there's more important things for us to do, more important things for us to focus on, right? So that's another way, again, of prioritizing your life, prioritizing your list. Make sure that you write it down, go back and figure out what the purpose in it is, okay? Once you figure out the purpose, then that takes us to number 3. Number 3 is, what do you need in order to achieve those goals? So you know what your goals are. You've written them down. You know what the purpose is. Now you need to know, what is it going to take to achieve those goals? Hey, Shaniqua, how you doing? How are the babies? How are those cute little babies? Thanks for watching. What is it going to take for you to achieve those goals? Okay, you need to write these things down as well. It is essential. A lot of times we say we want to do things, but we don't know what it really takes to achieve those goals. And when I say write it down, I mean from soup to nuts. Sit down and calculate every aspect of you getting to that point. What is it going to take for you to achieve that goal that you say you want to achieve? Are you going to need supplies? Are you going to need emotional support? Are you going to need financial support? Are you going to need physical support? What is it going to take for you to achieve the goals that you say you want to achieve? Okay, you need to write those things down and then turn around and say, now that I realize how much it's going to take for me to do all of this, is it really worth it? Is it achievable? Is it realistic? These are the questions you need to sit down and ask yourself. Is it realistic? Is it achievable? Do I still want to do this now that I know all that's involved? Am I going to be committed and dedicated to seeing it through? If you're not, then don't waste your time doing it. It's that simple. If you're not going to be dedicated and committed to doing it, then don't waste your time even starting it. It makes no sense, because you could have taken that time to do some other more important things, right? So I want to make sure that you guys get it. Okay, so the first thing, I keep going over it because I want you guys to get it. The first thing is, make sure you know your goals. Write them down. What is the purpose of those goals? Now that you know the purpose of the goals, what is it going to take for you to achieve those goals? That's number 3. Number 4 is, then is it realistic? Is it something that you still want to get involved in? Is it something that you still want to be dedicated and committed to? Okay? What are all of those things? Whether it be finances, whether it be physical labor, whether it be equipment, whether it be emotional support, what is it going to take for you to achieve those particular goals? Those are the things that you need to focus in on and make sure that you really understand what's going on. Okay? And last but not least, 2 more things. Not last but not least, 2 more things. How long is it going to take you to get there? How long is it going to take you to finish this project? How long is it going to take you to achieve this goal? Be realistic in your answer. Don't give yourself, a week to finish something that should take you, a month or 2 months, because then you won't be able to achieve it. You're going to get frustrated and you're going to stop. So be realistic with your answers. Know your time limits. Know the things that you already have on your plate. And you have to encompass this new project in there. So make sure that you're leaving adequate time to get it done. Does that make sense? Okay, so how long is it going to take you to achieve this project? If it's a new business that you want to start, how long is it going to take you to get it up and running? If it's a new project within that business, how long is it going to take you to get that project up and running? How much money is it going to cost? Find out every detail and make sure that you map it out, so this way you'll know whether you can meet that deadline successfully or not. Okay, so make sure that you have a good plan of action. If you don't, you plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Okay, that is a line that we've heard since I've probably been hearing that ever since I was about 5 or 6 years old. If you fail to plan, that means you are planning to fail, and we don't want that. We want all successful people in everything that you do, every part of your life. So I want to make sure that you guys have all these key nuggets. And then the last thing is, now that you have everything, you have all the ingredients, there's only one thing left to do. Execute and get it done, right? Hey Kevin, how you doing? The last thing is time for you to execute and get it done. You already know all the key ingredients. You've already committed to getting it done. You said you're going to be dedicated to it. So now start moving on it. Put it on your calendar. Last week we spoke about time management and the importance of putting things on your calendar. Now that you have all the preliminary work done, now it's time for you to put the start date on your calendar. Put the end date on your calendar so you know that you have between set A time to set Z time to get this project underway. Again, whether this is in business, whether it's something in your household, whether it's with school, a project, whatever it is, you use these same key ingredients in order to set your intentions. If you do not set your intentions from the beginning, you're going to have total chaos, dysfunction, and you're going to be all over the place. Okay, I'm sure that you guys have been to several different events. You've been to, workshops where you can tell that these people did not plan properly. So planning is so important, and you have to set your intentions. What is it that you plan to get out of it? What is your goal and your objectives of this project? This thing that you're trying to achieve. So that you fully understand these things, so that you know specifically how about the ingredients. So I'm going to go over them one time with you guys, okay? It looks like the camera is doing something funny. I guess Facebook is acting up. The internet service might be crazy. You guys are staying with me though. So I'm going to go over it one more time. The key ingredients to being intentional. 1, set your goals and write them down. Number 2, what is the purpose of those goals? You have to make sure that everything makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then don't do it. Shh. I told you guys that, but I didn't tell y'all that. If it doesn't make sense, don't do it. Okay? Don't make sense in spending money. Don't make sense in spending time. Don't make sense in spending energy on things that don't make sense. All right? The next thing, once you have the goals written them down, you know your purpose. Now it's time to figure out what's needed in order to achieve these goals. Write down every single thing, every detail that you can think about. Don't leave any stone unturned. What is it that you believe you need in order to achieve this goal? Think about every aspect of this project. Think about every single aspect of it and write it down. So this way you can know and look at it on paper and be like, oh my goodness, this is a lot more than what I bargained for. I did not think it was going to take this much. Or you might say, oh my goodness, this is definitely achievable. I can't wait to get started, right? And if that's the answer that you get, then you know that you are dedicated, you know that you will be committed to it, and you know that you have a goal. You know that it's a goal, and you know that it will be successful because you will give it your all. Okay, and you are planning and you are being very intentional about what it is that you want to do, how it is you're going to go about getting it, and once you achieve it, then all the success is yours, right? And that's the end game. That is the end game, to achieve the success. So the next thing is be realistic in your time frames. Be realistic in your time frames. Is the project that you want to do, is it realistic? Is it realistic for get done the 6-month time? Is it realistic for it to get done in the 30 days that you've delivered it, especially with the time frames that you have? Hey Sharon, how you doing? Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great weekend, by the way. You guys have to know what you are capable of. You know what you already have on your plate. You know what you don't have on your plate. You know how much time you have to allocate to these new projects. It could be that new book that you wanted to start. Be intentional about every aspect of that book. Be intentional about every aspect of that business, about working out, about your health goals, whatever it is, be intentional. And I have given you guys the key ingredients on how to be intentional, because last but not least is the one thing else that you need, and that's to get it done. That's to execute. That's to implement. If you guys go through all of this and you don't implement, if you don't execute, then why did you do it? What was the purpose in you guys going through this exercise, right? Unless, again, you decide, well, you know what, this is not realistic. I don't really want to do this anymore. It's just way too much work. And then in that case, yes, you need to scrap it and you need to get onto something else that does make sense for you, okay? Don't worry about everybody else. Don't worry about what they're doing. Don't worry about the Joneses. Don't worry about all this other kind of stuff. You got to know what you want to do for you. You have to be intentional for your goals, for your dreams, for your purpose. At the end of the day, this is your life. This is not anyone else's life. It is yours. You have to own it. You have to seize it. You have to be in it to win it. You have to turn around and say, you know something? I want it for me. It is for me, not for anyone else. Own it. It is yours for the taking. Okay? I get that in spirit. This week is positivity week. We are speaking positive things. We are listening to positive things. We are speaking positive things to ourselves. We're having positive in our mind. We are reading, listening, watching, hearing all positive things this week, okay? If you guys are up for the Positivity Week Challenge, I want you to go onto my site. I want you to like that Positivity Week Challenge status that I put up this morning. And then I want you guys to go to your own status and put something positive in your status. Tag me in it with the hashtag Positivity Week Challenge. Every day or every time that you say something this week that is positive, I want you guys to hashtag Positivity Week Challenge, tag me and at least one other person, because we know that sharing is caring and we want to make sure that everybody has a positive week. We have so much negativity going on in this world. We make sure that we are combating it with something positive. Hey Keisha, how you doing? Thanks for watching, girl. When I heard you was in New York. I am telling you guys, it is something to be desired when you start speaking positive thoughts into your life and into your spirit. When you start hanging around with positive people and you guys are like-minded and doing things together, I am telling you that you will start seeing a change in your life that you never thought could happen. That is the glory of God working in your favor. But he will not do it if you have all this negative stuff coming at you. If you are self-sabotaging yourself, if you are talking down to yourself, if you are constantly telling yourself that you cannot do, that you cannot achieve, that you cannot be, you have to start turning those negative words around for your good. So it's, I can do this, I will do this, I am about that. It is just that simple. The more you start saying those positive affirmations, the more you will start to believe it, the more it will start to come into your heart, and you will get it done. I promise you. Hey Colleen, how you doing? Sharon, you are really inspiring me. Girl, I'm telling you, we all need some inspiring sometimes. It is important. It is important. Set your intentions. I want you guys to really take this Positivity Week Challenge seriously, okay? And when I say seriously, I mean the shows that you watch. If you know that you're constantly watching those raunchy shows, I want you to change the channel. Turn it off. Do not DVR it for this week. I am telling you, it will change your life. Find something more productive and more positive to do with that hour. Okay, even the people that you speak to, if that person is always a downer, guess what? Send them to voicemail for a week. Send them to voicemail for a week. Blame me. Say that your virtual coach told you to do so. I'm okay with that. Tell them I can't speak to you until the following week. You guys will see the changes that come into your life. You will see how much more work you're able to get done. You'll see how much happier you are, and with that, you're gonna make some steps on your own, and you won't even realize that you're doing it. You're gonna be like, I don't want to go back to that life. I don't want to watch those shows anymore. I don't want to listen to the negative thoughts anymore. I don't want to speak those negative words anymore, because I want to live the life I lived for this week. Okay, and that's what I want you guys to see. But you guys got to be dedicated to the cause. So remember, every time that you say something positive, every time that you put up a positive status, hashtag Positivity Week Challenge, tag me in it and tag somebody else in it. Okay, the other thing I wanted to tell you guys, if you are interested in my Motivational Mondays, which is a mass email that I send out, just some quick little tidbits to get you through the week, send me an email, send me your email in an inbox, and I will put you on that list. And if you would like to set up a consultation with me to get some more empowerment, some more encouragement, and for us to come up with some life and business strategies for yourself, definitely log on to my website, www.terrellebony.com, and set up a consultation, and we will get started ASAP. I tell people consultations are 15 minutes, but I am telling you, I will give you the world, the win, and the end in those 15 minutes. You guys see, these little conversations that we have here on Facebook Live are about 15, 20, sometimes 25 minutes, and you see how impactful they are. So imagine if I'm talking to you specifically about your issues in those 15 minutes. We are going to get so much accomplished. So make sure that you go onto the website, www.terrellebony.com, set up your free set up your consultation, and we will get started. Hey Venus, how you doing? Hope you guys had a good weekend. I keep saying that because my weekend, it was It was good. It was tiring, but it was good. It was well needed. And yesterday I got a lot of good rest. So I am very happy, and I'm happy to start off Positivity Week Challenge, and I am glad that you guys are on it with me. I'm asking you guys to please share out these posts. I know you guys say that you're blessed by it, and I want other people to be blessed by it also. So please share, because we know sharing is caring, and especially for the Positivity Week Challenge, share with everyone that you know, tag everybody that you know, because we need everybody up on this journey with us. God says when two or more touch and agree, marvelous things will happen. Well, we want much more than two or more to agree. We want 2,000 and 2 million to agree, because of all these negative things that are going on in the world. We want to make sure that we combat that with some positive. Okay, we need as much positive behavior as possible. Positive things that we speak, positive things that we hear, positive things that we are saying to ourselves, positive things that we're watching, that we're reading. Everything that we do and everything that we come across, even the people that come into our space, need to be positive. And if they're not positive, they need to get out. Say, you got to go. For this week, especially for this week, you got to go. I can't listen to you anymore, because you are bringing me down. You are taking up my airspace, and you are suffocating me with all your negative thoughts. I need some positive spirited people around me right now. There is no shame in your game. There is no reason why you should feel bad because you had to tell somebody that you need to take a pause for the cause, and you taking a pause for the positivity cause. How about that? Okay, so I'm going to let you guys go on that note. Again, be intentional. Be intentional with everything that you are doing this week, everything that you are doing in life. I gave you the 5 quick ingredients. I'll go over them real quick for those latecomers. Positive, to be intentional. Write your goals down. What are your goals? And write them down. What are your goals? And write them down. Number 2, what is the purpose of those goals? If the goals have no purpose, or if the purpose don't make sense to you after you've already written it down and looked at it, then scrap it. Go on to the next thing. If it doesn't have a purpose, doesn't make sense, that means it should not get done. Okay? Number 3, what is needed to be what is it needed to accomplish those goals? What is needed to accomplish those goals? Okay, write them down, because a lot of times we say we want things, but we don't realize the intensity of what it's going to take and the magnitude of what it's going to take in order for it to really come to fruition to the degree in which we want it to. So in order for us to do that, we have to set our intentions from the beginning and make a list of what is it going to take for us to accomplish those goals. Okay, next thing, Christina Mack, how you doing, darling? Number 4. Now that you know what your goals are, you know if it has purpose, you know what it's going to take to accomplish it. Is that realistic? Is it realistic? And if it is realistic, what is the realistic time frame in order for it to manifest? So what is your deadline? Be realistic in that deadline as well. Don't give yourself a week to accomplish something that should really take 6 months. Okay, let's be realistic. You know your time frame. You know what you are capable of doing. You know how much time you can dedicate to it. Now, if you're home all day doing nothing, then you can dedicate a lot more time than somebody who's working a 9 to 5 and has to come home and cook and clean for their 3 kids and help them do homework, right? So you have to know what time frames you have and be realistic about the goals that you set and the deadlines that you set. Last but not least, you have all of that stuff ironed out. You got it written on paper so you could see it, and seeing is believing. You got it together. Now it's time to execute. Execute and get that thing done. Okay? That is the last step. It's that easy. I gave you guys 5 simple steps. If you follow those 5 steps, you are intentional about the plans that you have for your life, you will get it done. You will be successful. But if you don't, you won't have chaos and dysfunction. You heard it here first, okay? I'm being realistic with you guys. You're going to have chaos and dysfunction. So make sure that after you do all those things, that you execute. Execute and implement everything that you have gone over. You guys have coming up with your strategies. You're doing all these different things. Now it's time to execute. Okay? What support is needed? Yes, that was number 3. Number 4 is how much time is needed to achieve those goals. How much time is needed to achieve those goals? And number 5 is execute. Implement and execute. All right, so I will see you guys tomorrow at 12. It was really nice chatting with you guys. Remember, Positivity Week Challenge, hashtag Positivity Week Challenge, and tag me in it so that I know that you guys are on the move with me. I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Stay positive, keep that smile on your face so that we know that we are saying feeling and doing everything in the joy of being positive. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.